Section 323 is titled Expanding the Trig Table. We're going to be doing pages 22 and 23, and then you can also go back and finish up page 21, filling in that table that we made. You will be needing it says Desmos, but it's actually in your ebook, the E tool for question 89, and you're also going to use it again for question 90. And they want to know, what if the angle changes? So on your paper, you want to draw a slope triangle with a slope of 45 degrees, and I have that right here in the coordinate plane grid. And then we want to visualize what would happen to the triangle if the slope angle increased to 55, and which would be longer, the change in y or the change in the x. So you want to go to your CPM textbook, make sure you're on chapter 3, section 323, and then in question 89 you want to go to the 89 student E tool. So when you click on it, it's going to give you that 45, 45, 90 triangle with a side of 8 over here and a change in x over here. So the first thing in the directions on the left tells you to draw it on your paper. We already did. Now visualize what would happen to the triangle if the slope angle increased to 55, which would be longer, the change in y or the change in x. Explain your reasoning. So we want to drag the green point to increase the angle. So when you come over to the triangle, you see that green dot turns bright, and then you're going to drag it up until you get to 55 degrees. And you're going to see that the change in y gets bigger. Okay. Part B then says, now create a triangle with a slope angle measuring 55, but keep your y at 8. So if we reset it, we want to keep our change in y at 8. So we're actually, to get this angle down here from 45, right now it's 45, we want it to be 55. There it is, 55, but we want that to be 8. Where is it? Oh, we want that to be 8. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is right there. Okay. Keep it at 8. 56. 56. There it is. Oh, no. Come on. Come on, 8. There it is. All right. What did that do? So here, our change in y is still at 8, and we've got 55. So if we click on that point, we're going to see that our x, or our change in x, is approximately at 5.62. Okay. Now let's switch back to the doc cam. Okay. For question 90, you want to decide whether or not the given measurements are possible. If the triangle is possible, determine the value of x, y, or theta. So they're either going to want you to solve for y, they're going to want you to solve for the angle theta, or on this page, some of them they want you to solve for x, some of them they want you to solve for y, and some of them they want you to solve for the angle. So it just is going to change from question to question. So it's going to give you 2 pieces of information, and you're going to need to get the third piece of information. So this time, when we go to the ebook, instead of clicking on question 89 e-tool, you're going to click on question 90 e-tool, which is down here in question 90. And it's going to give you inside of here for part A, which one to do. Then if you click on here, it'll give you triangle, well, there it goes, triangle B, triangle D, oh, I skipped C. And for each of them, it's going to have you do 2 things. And then you need to determine the third thing. So for this first one, they want you to make the angle 70 and the x 10. For triangle B, they want you to have a change in x of 6 and a change of y of 50. So they want you to figure out the angle. triangle C. They're going to give you a change of x of 1, change of y of 10. They want you to figure out the angle. Part D, they want you to make a y of 20 and an angle of 8, and then you have to figure out what the x is. For triangle E, they want a y of 0 and x of 14, so what is the angle? For triangle F, they want an angle of 89, a change in y of 2, so what is the y going to be? That's what they want you to figure out. And for the last one, G, they want you to make a change in x of 6 and a degree angle of 90. So what is y going to be? Now in the directions, it does say, and let me click back over to in the directions it does say that if a triangle indicated measurement is not possible, explain why not. So hint, yes, there are a couple that are not possible, so they just want you to explain why.